All right, fellas, let's talk about the perfect meal plan for men over 30. Now, I get hit up a lot of times in the gym. I got a younger crowd out there that follows the channel, but I do have majority of my older individuals, my older guys out there who follow the channel. Like myself, I'm 35 years old, been doing this for 20 plus years. So I am talking to my 30 and up crew. But again, a lot of this applies to the 20s as well. A lot of this applies to just any and everybody, but I am going to tailor it just a bit for my older crew because you have to be more cognizant of what you're actually doing. You have to be very, very strategic with everything because, as you know, once we hit that 30 mark, everything just starts to slow down. It doesn't tank, it just starts to slow down, right? Metabolism, testosterone, just everything. All right. So listen, if you're a man over 30 and you're trying to build muscle and burn fat, but you have no idea what to eat, you are not alone. I promise you, you are not alone. Most men struggle with nutrition way more than training. Training is normally seen as the easy thing, and nutrition is the hardest. And the truth is, your diet doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be expensive, and it doesn't have to be bland to actually work. Now, me personally, I'm a bland guy. Been doing it for so long that I like to just eat my chicken and rice, my beef and rice. Now, when the queen, my wife gets in the kitchen, she does her thing. So I'm with all of that as well. But again, you do not have to get complicated with your eating, and you don't have to be bland. You can hook things up. I've been training and studying and coaching men like you for 20 years, okay? I'm 35 now, 20 plus years that I actually been in the game. And I'm about to lay out the exact meal structure that, let's just say, a busy man like yourself can follow and get lean and muscular without starving or giving up real food, delicious food. All right, let's break it down step by step. Let's get right to it. As we hit 30, testosterone begins to slowly and naturally decrease. Talk about it all the time. Metabolism starts to slow down, and stress is even higher than ever. A lot of you out there have kids. A lot of you out there are working 9 to 5s, maybe even 12-hour shifts. And a lot of you just have major responsibilities that are, and I wouldn't say in the way, but they are an obstacle. And it's called life. You know, life hits different when you turn 30. So the old eat whatever and burn it off, it doesn't work anymore. So we got to cut that out, get that out of your head. All right. But here's the good news. Your body is still primed for growth and fat loss. You just need a structured nutrition approach that supports your hormone balance, your energy levels, and your muscle retention. So we'll talk about all of that. So let's simplify macros. Let's make it easy. You got 3 of them. You got protein that's going to build the muscle. You got your carbs that's going to fuel your performance. And you have your fats that's going to support your hormones. Okay. Now, your target macros should be zero point 0.8 to 1 gram per pound of lean body weight should be your protein grams. And then your carb grams should be adjusted to your activity level. But you can start by doing your fats, which should be 20 to 30% of your total calories. And then you can just fill in the rest with your carbs. All right. So you got 1 gram per pound of protein. You got 30% would be fats. And then you fill in the rest of your grams with your carbs. I break all of this down in multiple videos. Comment down below if you need that breakdown. I will send you the link if you have not already tapped into the channel. I got you covered because math sometimes is math, and for a lot of you folks, I know. All right, subscribe too if you have not subscribed already. Now, protein is priority. Let's not get that misconstrued. Protein is priority. It keeps you full. It supports recovery, and it boosts your metabolism. Studies show that protein has the highest thermic effect, meaning your body burns more calories digesting the protein than it does the carbs or the fats. And that's coming from the Journal of Nutrition and Metabolism. That is not me talking. That is from the journal. All right. That is from the studies. There's a lot of fitness gurus, a lot of scientists, fitness and health experts that have already done the research for us, have already created the studies for us. We just need to make sure that we're tapping in and understanding what's being laid out for us. Now, the simple 4-meal daily structure. Let's do it this way. This is just a template for you. The exact meal structure that you should be following every single day. Again, this is just standard. Don't let it get to your head. Standard. It's just an example. So proteins and fats, 3 eggs plus some egg whites. You got your avocado and you got some coffee or you got some tea. No creamers. All right. Now, why is that? This right here, this type of meal structure is going to keep the blood sugar stable and prevent those midday cravings. A lot of times you have cravings and it's based off of how you eat throughout the day, what meals you're actually eating. So that structure right there, 3 whole eggs with some egg whites, an avocado, and just some coffee or tea. That right there is going to help stabilize that blood sugar. All right, and for lunch, you're coming in there with some protein, some veggies, and some carbs. You can do some lean chicken, turkey, some lean beef, some rice, potatoes, or some quinoa, some broccoli, mixed veggies, some greens. That right there is going to help with balanced energy, no crash. Okay, that's just the structure. And then we're talking about a pre-workout or just an afternoon meal. You want to be getting in some protein and some carbs. So you got your Greek yogurt, some fruit, you got tuna, some rice cakes, you got some lean turkey sandwich or some whole grain bread. That right there is the fuel for your training. All right, something nice, simple. It'll digest pretty nice. And then for dinner, which is the fourth meal, you want to do some protein and veggies. And so when we talk about lean protein, again, salmon, you can get some Atlantic salmon. That comes out pretty lean. Some steak. You got your spinach and asparagus, some type of green leafy vegetable. You got olive oil. And that right there, this meal is your lower carb meal that's going to help prevent storing calories at night. Now, I don't want you to get this twisted. Just because you eat carbs at night does not mean you're going to get fat, does not mean you're not going to progress. I don't want that out there. That's a myth. I don't want that out there. But basically, if you structure your meals correctly, go ahead and load up your carbs throughout the day. Use it for your workout. Use it for the fuel for your day. And then towards the end of the night, go ahead and taper off those carbs. You don't need 8 meals a day, and you don't need to eat every 2 hours. I'm not going to say that. And what you really just need is consistency and structure. All right. Again, comment down below if you need my help with this structure. Now, let's stop overcomplicating the snacks. All right. Snacks kill progress for most men. It is what it is. Snacks kill your progress. So I'm going to give you just a few of my recommendations for some go-to snacks to keep you on track because I know you need them. All right. So you got beef jerky. I personally don't like beef jerky, but it tends to be. Oh, my bad. The beef jerky tends to be recommended across the board, right? Because it has good source of protein. So beef jerky, I will say that. Nuts, I'm always eating mixed nuts. Protein shakes, always good for a good snack. Greek yogurt, hard-boiled eggs, always good for a good snack. Again, these are keeping your protein high because, again, protein is your main priority. Now, if your snack doesn't have protein in it, it's not a snack. It's a setback. All right. If it does not have protein in it, it's a setback, not a snack. All right. Let's talk about hydration and hidden calories. Okay. We're towards the end. Let's talk about hydration and the hidden calories that I know a lot of you are missing. So most guys are overeating without realizing it because they're drinking liquid calories. You got your sodas, you got your juices, you got your coffee loaded up with a whole bunch of creamers and sugar. You got energy drinks, not the 0 calorie ones. They're doing the real ones. All that stuff adds up. All right, all that stuff adds up. What you want to do is replace those drinks with water, your 0 calorie electrolyte drinks. So you also can do your 0 calorie sugar free energy drinks if you need it. You want to do black coffee if you're going to do anything, or take your coffee and throw in some 0 calorie sweeteners. That's what you want to be doing. There's actually a study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology which shows that hydration actually increases fat oxidation. So this means that it helps you burn more fat. All right. It helps your body burn more fat. It increases your fat oxidation. So keep that in mind. Now we made it to the end. If you have any questions, again, comment down below. But if you follow this exact meal structure, you will start getting leaner, stronger, and more energized, even if you're busy or on a budget. It is what it is. Now, if you want me to create you a custom meal plan based on your weight, your body fat, your schedule, your goals, I want you to hit me up down in the comment section. Let's talk meal plan. So just hit me up, meal plan. I'm going to shoot you some type of template that's going to help you get there. And we can even chop it up on a call and we can make sure that we actually personalize a plan geared towards you. All right. So let's lock in, man. Let's stop playing around. We play around too much. I give actually in my 5-day quick start, which is the first link, there's actually a grocery list. So that's beneficial for you guys. I have a grocery list for you, free nutrition plan, workout plan. 5 days, it's actually 6 days, is a bonus. 6 days of me coaching you through a kickstart of your fitness journey. All right, so first link in the description box. If you are not subscribed, subscribe right now. Watch this video right here. If you like this video that you're watching, I know for sure you'll like this one. So watch that, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video.